Hey guys, so I finally got a package in the mail that I've been expecting. Actually, I got it 3 days early. It was 17th. I wasn't expecting it until the 22nd. So if you've watched some of my other videos on a thermal scope that I had purchased off of Amazon for like $1,188 with a 384 core 19 millimeter lens through a company called Go-Yo-Jo. I did like 3 videos on those. You should check those out. But that scope didn't work out. I ended up sending it back, which put me back in the market for another thermal scope. So after many hours of reviews and looking things up and everything else, I came across a company called HTi. HTi is a Chinese-based company. They're a manufacturer of thermal imagers and scopes and readers and things like that on an industrial scale. So I poked around on their website. Again, I was looking for a 384 core thermal scope because, well, the other one that I had was a 384, and once you go with a 384 or higher, typically you don't want to go back to a 320 or 256 or so on and so forth when it comes to thermal imaging. So I was looking for the 384. I came across one that they had on their website with a 25 millimeter lens, a 384 core, 25 millimeter lens for like $900 only, which was cheaper than the other one. So still looking around on their website, they also had this model here. I'll just get into it now. So it's not really an unboxing video. Like I said, I already opened everything up, but this is the box that came in, generic box came in, and this is the case. I put the Picatinny rail mount on it. But so what this one is a 640 core, 640 by 512 with a 12 micron pixel size resolution, blah, blah, blah. I ordered the 25 millimeter lens originally, and it was $1,299 on their website for a 640 core. After I placed the order, Mr. Lin from HTI contacted me and let me know that their 25 millimeter models were out of stock, that he would offer me the 35 millimeter for $120 more, which I went ahead and gladly opted for. Normally the base price on this one on their website is $14.99. So again, I'm an average Joe on a budget looking for the best bang for his buck, and I can't afford $300 or $3,500 for a thermal scope with a 384 core or even the 640 cores in it. So I decided to go ahead and take the plunge and give this one a try. So let's go over some of the things. Again, it's weapons mountable. I already mounted the scope. You can see it's pretty much adjustable. The case that it came in came with a battery charger, a wall plug for the battery charger with the plug, data link cable to extract video and pictures off of it. So it does shoot video and pictures, does not have Wi-Fi, but has a whole bunch of bells and whistles that we'll go over in the video. But these are the things that it came with. Came with removable batteries, which I'm happy with. The 18350 is probably not too common, but I am going to order some more of these. Runs on both these batteries. Again, they're rechargeable. You can charge it up in the unit or on here. And I'll leave a link in the description of the website where I got this thing from if you're interested. But yeah, some of the other ones take the 123s, which can be expensive when you run through batteries, especially with most of these only running about 3 to 5 hour runtime on them. So the rechargeables were a big plus. The instruction manual is very good, actually. It's all in English, and again, this is some of the stats on that scope, and we're going to talk about that throughout the video. So I'm going to do some videos that I'll pull from the scope itself, and they don't come with sound, so I'm going to have to do a voiceover. So I'm going to have to upload them to my laptop, download them to my phone, do screen record, so that I can walk you through the videos on what we're about to see. So really cool item. I'm really hoping that this one's going to work out. I have faith that it will, based on the reviews of the company and their products that they already have. So down and dirty, let's get into those videos. You can see it's a pretty cold evening, so the sun's just about to go down, but snow on the ground. Let's see what it looks like through thermal. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice in the video here is well, how clear this thing is. I'm actually very impressed. The 640 blows that 320, that 384 that I had before that I sent back. The image quality on this, the videos here just don't do it justice. They seem clear to me as I'm watching them as well, but it just seems crisper in the viewfinder where you're looking into the eyepiece itself. So, you know, this particular model has a 1 power, 2 power, 4 power, and 8 power zoom. And I'll show you here in a minute, but there you go. Zooming on the rabbit, there's 2, there's 4, and there's 8 power. It pixelates, of course, because you're zooming in, and but that is still really clear, you know, for an 8 power zoom. So going through the different color palettes, red hot. So I wanted to also let you know that right now I have so there's a reticle. So this is a rifle scope. So there's a reticle built in. And you can change the different colors and things, and I'll show you that in another video clip here in a moment. But you can change the colors on it and everything else. I have that disabled right now, so you can see just the video itself for what it is. Okay, and again, I'll show you in a few other clips here that what it looks like when you're looking through the viewfinder. So, but I mean, the different color palettes. Here's white hot, zooming in again. There's 8 power. I love how it zooms in. The other ones, it's like 1 minute you're looking at 1 power, the next minute it just instantly is 2 power. So, you know, I love that and the way it zooms in. But the detail's where it's at here. It's just awesome. For the price I paid for it, if this thing holds up, and I'm going to be doing updates on that as well, definitely well worth the price. Half of what you would normally pay. Alright, so I'm going to try and give you a number of things to look at other than trees on my property and some rabbits in their pen. So you can really get a feel for, again, the detail. So remember, the videos that you're watching, I had to do a voiceover on. So this is off the camera onto a laptop, from the laptop onto my phone, and then screen recording it on my phone. So the image quality hasn't diminished that much, but again, you know, you can see the level of detail that this 640 is putting out. HTI, man, they really knocked it out of the park. I'm going to try and give you some distances also for what we're looking at, so you can gauge the clarity on the distances and stuff. So right now, when I shot this video, it was like 22 degrees out. So, and it's later in the night. But yeah, speaks for itself. It's a wow image, you know, for the price. Again, you know, like I said, poor man's awesome tool here. So going through the different color palettes. You know, we were issued these things when I was in Afghanistan, so it's not my first rodeo with thermal optics, but this is some really good imaging here. So, all right, so I have to confess, this is actually the first video that I shot with the camera, or with the thermal scope. He wanted to romp around on the property with his quick disconnects off, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to try out the thermal. So this was about just before dark, about 5:30 p.m. You know, so I'm going to show a video of an actual daytime shot or scan of the yard in another clip. So, but yeah, again, the level of detail, it speaks for itself. So I've been spoiled now with a 640 core that the 384 that I had before just doesn't compare. It's just awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy with this thing. It's amazing. Look at that. So as you can see here, again, this is late at night, about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. or so. Getting ready to run into town to get some lickies and chewies. But again, it's a variety of different thermal images that I can display with this thing. And the level of detail, again. If you notice that pause, so I'm sure you've noticed it before in the other videos, that pause is the refresh rate. I don't know how often it occurs. I haven't really been paying attention. I want to say probably, I don't know, 45 seconds maybe to a minute. It'll refresh the screen. So those trees right there are about 80, 90 yards away. And then I go right back to viewing him in the Jeep, which is he's about 35, 40 feet from the porch where I'm standing. So trying to zoom in, but it's cold outside and I'm holding the scope against my eye right now. So I apologize for the shakiness, but you get the point. 8 times zoom. And I love how smooth it zooms in and zooms out. So, oh, there's another refresh rate screen. So, again, with thermal optics, all of them do that. So, this has a 50 hertz refresh rate, I think they call it. So, all right, so it got too cold outside, so I decided to pack it in for the night and come inside and get some close-ups of the dogs, harass them. She's looking at me like I'm stupid. Now that I'm done harassing the dogs, I came up to crack open a beer and play some PUBG with my son, and decided to do one last shot for the night. So again, up close, I'm about 15 feet away from him, one power zoom. So again, with the different color patterns, you can see that it seems to concentrate mostly on the heat. The background seems to disappear, right? So that's kind of a cool feature. But again, I think I prefer the white hot and the black hot over the others. I'm sure the others have its use, but you can see the level of detail and how the clarity in just his beard hairs alone and his shirt. So yeah, black hot's definitely where it's at. All right, so the majority of the videos that you've seen so far were all done at night. So I figure I'd do a few shots of the daytime of the landscape here in my front yard and give you an idea of what type of picture you can expect during the daytime. And I also enabled the crosshairs or the reticle and all the gizmos as well, so that you can see that when I flip through the different color palettes. All right, let's check it out. All right, so daytime viewing. I enabled the screen mode, so basically you're actually able to see now what you would see through the viewfinder with the crosshair. Those, I think they're called accelerometers. Basically, the one on the left tells you the degree that the scope is pointing up or down, and the one is basically swaying right or left. So going through the different view palettes. But the reticles, there's like, I want to say 9 different reticles and like 5 or 6 color options for the reticles. The other information you see around the screen there will stay that baby blue color. So you notice when you switch color palettes at the top middle of the screen, it'll tell you what the color palette is as well, the color. Again, white hot, black hot are my favorites, but the other ones do pretty well. So during the daytime, maybe it's because everything has absorbed some heat, but the images even actually seems more crisp during the daytime than they do at night. At night they seem softer. So yeah, this thing's really cool. Of course, you don't want to shine this thing directly into the sunlight. It'd be like shining night vision into a bright light at night. So you can damage the core if you're shining it directly into a heat source. So that's something you don't want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and wind the video down with some still shot images. And as we scroll through here, you can look at the, again, level of detail just in the images alone. So there's also a way to tell which ones were taken during the daytime and which ones were taken at night. So if you know, leave a comment. All images were taken under black hot mode, so pretty darn cool. I plan on doing some other videos with this scope. I'm going to do a comparison video with my night vision. I got a Gen 3 night vision. There's also a gun video I'll do when I mount it to a weapon and sight it in. And like I said, some other cool videos I have in store, along with the longevity and any updates or issues I might have, or other things that I can find out about this scope. So it's a pretty nifty piece of hardware for sure. HTI, yeah, home run all the way. Again, this is an HTI made HT-C19 thermal scope with a 35mm lens and a 640 core. So really awesome. I'm definitely happy with it. Time will tell. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.